So I've been looking up this pushing P stuff, and
Okay.
it's quite interesting.
Tell me, educate me on the P.
To educate on P, well, it comes out of no.
Actually, I think we all know where it comes out of. We've been drinking. We've drank enough in our lifetimes to
It's a,
know where P
it,
comes from.
we're getting to about that time. It is. It means if something's positive, keeping it real. So something
Yeah, yeah,
can
yeah.
be
Oh, keeping it. I said real deal, didn't I? Keeping it real. Keeping it
yeah.
real is what I meant to say.
So if it's P, it's a good thing. If it's
It's
not
legit.
P, it's not good. So our
So P,
episode, not P, mid
not
P.
not. So pushing P means getting better.
It's positive. It's like, yeah, this is real. This is good.
We're keeping it real. We're keeping it real. This
Yeah,
is positive.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's for next year. Who cares, right?
Yeah. Do, should we make players have to wear the hashtag of like their thing on their jerseys? Be like, all right, so you have like a combination of different players. They're wearing
we
like
should
Godspeed, pushing P, on the prowl.
we should replace the Panthers on the side of the helmet with the hashtag.
What did I join?
Welcome back, Ryan. This is
Jesus,
last call.
no,
We're pushing some P
no,
hard,
no,
man.
no.
We found out what pushing P means.
What is
I said
it?
the real deal. What I meant was keeping it real. The more P you are, the better you are.
Can't you just say keeping
Like
it real?
Grandmaster P, which is kind of great because with my name being so boring with David Brown, I've always kind of like professionally or even personally, I've always really focused on having that middle initial in there to be a little bit a little bit unique. So I've always gone by David P. Brown. So I guess I've been keeping it real the entire time. Maybe I'm the instigator of the P. Maybe that's where they got it from. They got it from me,
I don't think so.
the OGP.
What about like Master P? But I think his name is just Percy.
Yeah, but is he a master of like ceremonies or something?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
I think I said Master P. I think I said Grandmaster P, which is a whole different thing, and I didn't mean it that way.
Yikes!
I don't know. I'm actually changing up. I think the internet's lying to me. I've seen a different definition of pushing P.
Pushing P.
One of the ways you can be pushing P is by having money or owning things versus renting them.
Well, I don't. Well, we're not renting the Georgia Dome. We own Center Park, so we're definitely pushing P.
This is bad, guys. It's not good.
Yeah, that's good. We should move on from pushing the P.
It's just a weird thing. Like normally, there's kind of like a vote or some suggestions, whatever, about what the hashtag's going to be, and I don't ever really care about them. They're all pretty horrible. That's just out of my wheelhouse type thing. I started seeing it everywhere. I was like, what? I don't pushing Panthers.
Push up Panthers.
Push up Panthers.
We can go back to the Panther.
Oh yeah. You were mentioning the kid, the running back recruit for pushing P, and God damn it! Again, I asked this today in the I asked this question in the PAC board meeting. And I was like, every time we offer a kid, can we hand them a flash drive that has all of our logos on it, the Panther head, the word mark, and pretty much that's it, and say this contains everything you need to
And
make
more.
your announcement on Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media you want to use, because this kid, God bless him, I hope he's the greatest thing we've ever had on the in the backfield. But he uses the blue and black push-up Panther. I mean, like,
how does it happen?
Absolute worst,
Have we figured out how this is happening? Why these continue to live on? Is there like a website for recruits they go to?
Well, what I was told today is that the coaches give them the information. I'm like, all right, well then I hate all of our coaches. But then these kids, obviously, I say all of them, most of them, many of them don't do the graphics works themselves. They have somebody else that does it for them. And that oftentimes they don't listen to the coaches or the players themselves and just go to the internet and look up stuff and put it out there.
They go to wrong stock images of GeorgiaState.com.
It's one kind of thing. Ryan, go ahead.
No, yeah, I just Googled it and did Georgia State Panthers logo, and there's a top column and a bottom column, and the last two are the white and blue Georgia State push-up Panther first, which is much better, and then the black and blue one is the last one on the first row, and then right below that is like with a blue background. I mean,
Should we start a campaign where we get everybody to go to Google and all the different search sites and start reporting these images as being offensive?
Yeah.
I mean,
And so they start taking them down.
to be fair, when you search Georgia State Panthers on an iPad, it brings up the NCAA.com's website with the blue and black Georgia State push-up Panther. So
Yeah, that's what our new running back did today. Matthew's got a good one. We've seen this before. Committing to the I am committing to the University of Georgia State. Yeah,
the University of Georgia State.
God,
the
stop it with
University of
the.
Georgia State. The University of the Georgia, the state of Atlanta, of the Atlanta.
The.
I mean, I guess you know what? I can't be too mad at an 18-year-old. If
Well,
Yahoo and Google and YouTube TV get our logo wrong too.
You know, well, that and also it's kind of one of those kind of things. You know, you offer this kid, you want him to come play here. Obviously, they can always decommit. They can always do whatever. You're kind of like, I'm not going to tell them they did something wrong. I want them to like me. I want them to stay with this program. Yeah. One thing I would like to get changed. So we did a pretty good job when the logos changed. It took a while, but pretty much the Panther head, typically with the word mark, is what's used on Yahoo and ESPN and all the different places and everything. But that acronym of GAST, the GAST.
Gassed, man. Always gassed.
I wish we could get rid. I wish we could find a way to get. So, like, you know, was it Southern California that decided they wanted to go away from SoCal as being their abbreviation on TV, and they said we want to be USC, not SoCal, and South Carolina is like, but, and no one cared about them at all. But no, does in like Lafayette with Raging Cajuns, like, we don't want to be called Lafayette anymore. We want to be called Louisiana. I'm like, how did they get that branding pushed through all the networks so easily, and our university cannot get pushed through that we want to be known as GSU and with just the Panther head and not the word mark, because
we're asking
that word
for
mark
too
is
many
just
things. I don't know.
I'm asking for two things at the moment.
Yeah, it's a lot. We're asking a lot, David. Not really.
Not really.
I remember trying during the pandemic to get YouTube TV to change our freaking logo.
I
Why is
definitely
it freaking fucking logo? God, I can say that.
I remember going through Yahoo or one of the sites and like finding where I had to go and recommend and say, hey, this is the wrong logo. You need to use this. And I've done it anytime I've seen any kind of fan art or whatever on Reddit or other social media stuff where they've done some kind of like compilation of teams or this. I always reply back with, you know, thanks for including us, but this is the right logo.
But here's what I don't get. Charlotte has their new logo. I'm assuming this is Apple. So Charlotte has their new logo. It's there. Our logo's still the blue and black push-up Georgia State text Lance Panther.
You mean the Clit logo?
Yeah.
The Clit Airport logo?
I guess because that's
like a giant swig of beer, and you're gonna throw out Clit.
throw some Clit right in your face.
Throw Clit in my face.
But it looks like the Clit Airport logo.
Yes, that one.
Man, I hope.
Like, obviously, there's a way to do it. There's a secret. There's some. I don't know what it is, but we just don't know how to do it.
So what site is this on? This is on who?
I guess this is, well, it says
that has the blue and black push up. Are you sure you didn't just?
It says NCAA.com, which
NCAA. Fuck.
We can't even get that right. All the schools own the NCAA, right? We can't get our logo right. That doesn't make sense.
I'm going to send a cease and desist order to the NCAA and say you must cease operations until you correct this atrocious logo travesty.
This has to be Yahoo, or not Yahoo, Apple.
Oh, it took me forever to get the state of Atlanta logo changed on Apple Podcasts. It was like that little thing that I drew up on my iPad for a couple of years. I didn't even realize that they were the ones that didn't pick it up correctly.
How'd you
Finally
get
got
that
it
fixed? Is it easier?
I submitted a request. They told me that I was sending across the wrong logo, but I was sending across the correct logo, but I sent it through someone else, and the someone else was changing it. They were degrading the logo, so they kept with the old one.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's a me thing. Okay, here we go. Matthew, Tim, the secret is having an athletics department that gives a damn and is proactive about branding and marketing.
Man, Matthew with the fire.
Dropping it. Dropping it. Yeah, probably that's part of the problem. But hey, we have Chris now. He can fix it, right?
He's not a graduate yet.
He also
Oh, he's
can't
not.
do everything. He cannot do every single thing.
I think that Charlie Cobb disagrees with you, Ryan, and he is finding out how much Chris can actually do. He's pushing everything.
I believe you that Charlie.
I need you to scan
doesn't
tickets
believe
and
me.
serve cocktails at the same time.
So
Go.
Chris did not graduate, but because he has got one class
I've
left.
probably seen him doing both of them.
Did you see? So Chris didn't graduate, but he graduated. Did you see his video that his dad posted of his graduation?
Yeah, the lightsaber.
Yeah. So he walks up to Dr. Blake and he pulls out a retractable lightsaber and tosses it to him. And Blake and him both toss up the lightsabers and they battle. And then he gets his diploma and he walks off stage.
In the stadium, like while they're walking across the.
Yeah.
Yes. Go look up his dad's Facebook page, and you'll see that it's awesome. But he didn't actually graduate because they don't do summer graduations. So he got to pick. He could either do spring graduation or fall.
Go on a fake graduate or real graduate.
Exactly.
Fake graduate
with lightsabers.
He's like, well, think about it from his perspective though. As a football player, do you want to graduate in the football stadium or graduate in the basketball stadium? Because that's where he'd be graduating if he graduates in the fall. So I don't blame him. I don't fault him there at all. Plus, his buddies that he's in school with are all graduating at the same time. And we're talking about.
I want to graduate in the convocation center.
Well, yeah, but you didn't play football.
True.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Come on, man.
Are they going to split the graduations? How are they going to do it? Sometimes football stadium.
I think the reason why we have the convocation center was Becker was embarrassed by us graduating our kids at Tech in McCamish Pavilion. And so that was why we have a university facility over there. I think that's why we have it.
Just to graduate people.
I graduated out of the Georgia Dome.
I graduated in the sports arena.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Sweet.
So yeah.
We pushed some P.
We're not pushing P right now.
This is not pushing P.
No.
We could call that the name of this episode. So like the episode is pushing P, and and then this episode, the last call is not pushing P.
Like the NAARP.
we should ask Matthew, when are we joining the ACC?
Well, Matthew is pushing P 100%. I mean, he is dropping.
He's pushing some real serious fucking.
Yeah, but are you pushing ACC? You can push the P, but can you push the ACC?
Well,
you know me.
P, so.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's terrible, y'all.
That's my favorite thread that we have going on the state of Atlanta.
On the state of Atlanta?
On the group me.
Oh, the group. Oh, yeah. The
exclusive group me chat.
The exclusive group me chat.
Every response to my thing is we're joining the ACC.
You're part of the problem. Do you work for athletics?
Yeah, I work for athletics.
It's like no.
Wait, hold on.
Only one person works for athletics. I'm not that person.
You kind of do.
No, that's what I'm saying is we only have one person that works for athletics. In development, at least.
You kind of work for athletics, sort of.
I don't even know how that changes. I feel like the people that work in development do a lot of daily hand-on operations.
Cleaning.
Yeah.
Arranging.
Yeah, it does not seem like development is a priority at all in our program, which is very frustrating because they could pay for a lot, I'm sure.
there has got to be there's got to be corporations in Atlanta and Georgia that have extra
Money.
that they would just be like, all right, well, hell, we've budgeted this money to give away to these things, but no one's approached us. Like, I don't know. It seems
and the pool of alumni is massive.
When I was in Memphis, when I was in Memphis this past week, one thing that I noticed, and I notice this all the time when I go back, having been from there. But one thing that I just really kind of stood out to me this year, maybe it was because I was outside of the Liberty Bowl, whatever. Whether it be the Memphis Tigers or the Memphis Grizzlies, or straight up just the city of Memphis, almost, wherever you go, no matter where you are, if you're in a bar in a restaurant, if you're, out at the barbecue thing, you're walking down the street, whatever you're doing, you see several people at any one given time that have something. Memphis, this 901. 901's the area code there. I saw 901 with the Memphis Tiger head in the middle of it. I saw 901 with the Star Wars Rebel logo in the middle of it. There was Tennessee with the outline of the Tennessee shirt with thing like a heart in Memphis or a tiger head in Memphis. Like, you see all this, and we see that stuff in Atlanta, not nearly at the scale that you see it with having 4 professional programs in the city of Atlanta. I saw more Memphis stuff in Memphis than I see of Hawks, Braves, Falcons, United, Tech, UGA, whatever, at all in the city of Atlanta.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, Atlanta is a hub, and there's a lot of transients here, and I think that's part of the problem. Like, a lot of the Memphis people are from the surrounding area and get there for this or that reason, but they're from Tennessee typically, and the people in Atlanta are from, international.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I get that. Hell, I'm not from here. I'm from Memphis.
Right. Exactly.
But I wear Atlanta crap everywhere I go, and not
You don't wear the 901?
Don't wear the 901. Do not wear the 901.
Come on, what are you doing?
You wear the 404.
Yeah, I really, if I were to ever wear an area code, I would be remiss if I didn't wear 770.
The 678.
Oh God, no, 404 is it, man. That's the one. That's the one.
I know, but when I moved to Georgia, it was right before they did the 404 770 split, and I ended up in 770. And then my cell phone number, I've had the same cell phone number since I was 18 years old back in 1996, and it's been a 770 number the entire time. So I feel like I don't have the right. I don't have the justification to claim the 404. That's why I wanted to see us do helmets where we had all the area codes of Georgia on one side Panther head and the other side. And this would be ideal if you actually recruited from the state of Georgia. And so everybody could have the area code that represented where they came from. 770 is Metro Atlanta, or 678 is whatever the hell. 404 is interior. Then you have your, what is it? 912 out in northeast Georgia. Is that what it is? Is that the Clark Atlanta one?
I'm loving the comments, by the way, guys.
Matthew was just
it's on fire tonight.
Matthew's drinking right now. Our athletics department would wear 828, and I don't need to look up what area code 828 is to know where that is.
South Carolina, North Carolina, the Carolinas.
Only one state, right? Didn't we go over this before?
They only have one area code between the two of them. So
I came to Atlanta and got a 770 number when I was a kid. And as soon as I was able to pick my own number, I found a 404 number and stuck with it. That's why I'm 404.
I probably would have if it wasn't for the fact that I've had that number. You couldn't pick numbers when I was younger.
Yeah.
So once I had the opportunity to do that, I'm like, I've had this number forever. Like, everyone I've ever met has this phone number, which probably is a good thing to change it. But but I wouldn't remember my new phone number that way.
I think I lucked out when I got to Georgia and I got the 404 number. They're like, "How'd you get that?" I'm like, I went to the phone store. They gave it to me.
They handed it to me.
I didn't ask for it. I had no clue about the area codes either. I was like, "Hey, I want to sign up for service."
I dated.
Here's your phone number.
I dated a girl. When
you dated a girl?
Yeah, like a real live one and everything.
Wow.
But so when Georgia switched to requiring the area code to dial like any number, not all states were doing that. I mean, several, like Tennessee was still doing just the regular 7 digits, would call your number or whatever. And so I was dating a girl when I tell you, I say I had friends that went to Virginia Tech. I started dating one of a girl that I met through my friends up there. And so she drove down to come see me from Blacksburg. And whenever she called me from Blacksburg, she would put in 770, my phone number and everything. But now she's in, this is, she didn't have a cell phone. So this is, she would go to a payphone, and because I'm old, and she would try to call me, and she would not put in the 770. She put in just my phone number. Thinking, and she could never reach me. And so she ended up showing up to my house like 3 hours late. I think it was raining. She was like drenched. I don't know if she got drenched coming into the car or whatever. And she's like, I hate Atlanta. Why do you have so many phone numbers?
That's how we roll.
We're a hub. People love it here, so they all come here.
Well, no. People don't come to Atlanta because they love Atlanta. People come to Atlanta because they hate where they are.
What?
But they come here because they hate where they are. But then they still love where they came from. Like I remember sitting at a bar one day and talking to this guy from New York City. He told me how great New York City is and how crappy the pizza is and how much better the party scene or whatever it was. And I'm like, why are you here? We live there then. And if he would have said something along the lines of like, well, I got a cool job here or something, I probably feel so. He's like, oh, it's so expensive there. I'm like, exactly. It sucks.
It's not
it's
great.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It's not that great, The expense does not outweigh the how bad it is there, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I do. I heard it. Everyone else did too.
I get it. I'm with you.
Excellent.
Boom.
You guys ready to wrap this up?
Probably.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we will talk to you here again next week about who knows what. Maybe we're talking about baseball moving up to like 5th seed or something. I don't know. I don't know what our opportunities are.
Sweep this week.
If we sweep Texas State, that'd be huge.
Happening. Totally happening.
All right, cool.
Book it.
You heard it here first, guys. Talk to you guys next week. Thanks for listening. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.